Okay, so this is for activity 55, and it happens to be for the assignment activity 55E for experiment. You're going to have to write an experiment. You're going to have to answer the question, how does the sun's energy heat different Earth surfaces? So on your second student sheet that's titled Designing an Experiment, you're going to type the question or write it, how does the sun's energy heat different Earth surfaces? For your hypothesis, you are telling me either you believe the land or the water will heat and cool faster. Okay? That would be your hypothesis. And you choose. You are either choosing land or you are choosing water to heat and cool faster. Your control. Your control will be something that you're keeping the same, and it will be the distance under the lamp. You're going to keep the time the same, and you're going to keep the amount of sand and water the same. Your variables. You only change one thing at a time in an experiment. So for this experiment, the variable will be the temperature, because we're going to change the temperature in order to figure out what's going to heat and cool faster. For the materials, those are all listed in the book. The first one is the lamp, a ruler, 30 milliliter cup to measure, 2 trays, 2 atmosphere covers, and again those are just to trap in the heat, a spoon, sand, water, and of course 2 thermometers. Those are your materials. For your procedures, you can make your procedures as unique as you would like, but you have to mention that you're going to use the spoon and you're going to get anywhere from 30 to 50 milliliters of sand and water. It's your choice. If you want to get 30 milliliters of sand, 40 milliliters of sand, 50 milliliters of sand, your choice. But you have to get the equal amount for water. Number 2, you have to tell me to record the initial temperatures. You have to record the initial temperatures of the sand and the water in your student sheet. You have to tell me at some point to put the thermometer, the cover, and set the tray's equal distance from the lamp using the ruler. Okay, so you have to put the thermometer in the trays, you have to put the cover on the tray, and then you have to set the tray's equal distance from the lamp using a ruler. Then, at some point in your procedures, which again it can be as unique as you would like, you have to tell me the time you want under the lamp, and I'm going to set the recommendation between 10 and 15 minutes. So it's your choice if you want to have the trays under for 10 minutes, for 12, for 15. It's your choice, but it has to be between that time. You have to tell me when to record the temperatures, and I'm going to say it has to be between every 1 and 5 minutes. Okay, so you can record the temperatures every 1 minute, every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes. It is your choice, but you have to tell me how often are you going to record the temperatures while the sand and water are heating and while the sand and water are cooling. Which brings me to my next point. We aren't just heating the sand and water, we are also cooling them. So you are going to have to tell me time to cool. And again, I recommend between 10 and 15 minutes for the sand and the water to cool. The last thing that you have to tell me is, at minimum, tell me to clean up my materials. Okay? If you follow these steps, you will receive the minimum that you possibly can. For it being correct, you would receive a complete and correct score, because again, this is complete and correct. I have given you the answer, but if you type this out in complete sentence form and you do things that are above and beyond, that is how you can reach the next level. For example, don't just tell me to clean up. Tell me how to clean up. Don't just say time to cool, but tell me in order to allow for my sand and my water to cool, I am going to place the trays out of the lamp's view for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? So those are ways that you can get an above and beyond score. If you have any questions about any of the procedure, feel free to message me. But again, you will turn this in to WA 55E.